Honestly, just a classic xTech move. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to your Saskatchewan Stags franchise mode, where we are in the postseason looking to go back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. But standing in our way of a second Stanley Cup in a row is the Dallas Stars. Now, we've played the Stars a couple times, but they have Austin Matthews on their team now, so it's a little bit different than what we're used to. But we got some comments to go over, and we got one that says Huxley might be the next Adam Larson. This very well could be true. However, Huxley is currently being treated like an American hockey leaguer where he should be in the NHL. You really hate to see it. That Arizona draft pick could very well be a top 5, maybe even a top 3, a first overall selection. We will find that out in this video because Arizona, I think they finished second last. We also have another comment that says, isn't Delmore a rookie as well? In that case, he's probably in the run for the Calder. That's true. We are also going to find out if we're going to have another Calder Trophy winner. Obviously, Delmore, I didn't even realize that he is a rookie. I just know he's so damn good. He wasn't classified as a rookie, but as you can see, he is definitely a rookie, and he went 42, 16, and 7 with 7 shutouts, a .920 save percentage, and a goals against average of .279. Not bad in this day and age, not bad at all. However, there is some good competition for the Calder Trophy, but we have 2 pretty good nominees. They're definitely going to be nominated, and that is Jake DeScore, and then obviously we have Mount Rushmore. But we got to get through the playoffs in order for us to find out if we're going to have not only a lottery pick, but a Calder Trophy winner. So let's get right into it. The Dallas freaking Stars. Let's go. Let's have a look at their roster. I know they got Austin Matthews, so we are facing a much different team. Clayton Keller, Matthews, and Vancouver Canucks legend Tanner Pearson. We have a 37-year-old, 84 overall Jamie Benn. We got Tyler Seguin and the return of Michael Dalgol. All right, this is going to be a fun series. They have Nabokov, who's a 24-year-old, 84 overall left winger. Mark Jankowski from the Calgary Flames. Connor Sherry from the Buffalo Sabres. Ola Johnson. They got Jason Dickinson and Thomas Tatar. So they're a very, very well-rounded team. They have 390s on their offensive core, and I know their defense is going to be just as nasty with Klingberg and Miro Heiskanen. There it is. Julius Honka and Esa Lindell. Zach Bogosian, 72 overall. You played a 72 overall player in the NHL this year. Wow. You really did that. That is impressive. Then between the pipes, they have Matt Murray, who I believe is one of the best, if not the best goalie through the past couple of years. Like 40 and 18, 4 shutouts this year, 40 and 24. He plays a ton for the Dallas Stars. So we definitely have our work cut out for us here in round number 1 against Dallas. However, we do have home ice advantage, which is very, very important. The reigning Stanley Cup champions up against Austin Matthews. No longer is he in Toronto. He's in the Big D. He's in Dallas. Let's go. I'm not scared of these guys. We have the Japanese trio. I'll take them over Austin Matthews and Clayton Keller any day of the week. Let's go. Period number 1. And it's a tied up hockey game. 0-0. Shots are even. Period number 2. All right, we're up by 1. Sugimoto and Kyle freaking Connor. And Keller gets them on the score sheet. But again, the shots are dead even at 20 apiece. Could be an even series here, but Jake DeScore with his first ever National Hockey League postseason goal. I actually forgot to check what our season record was against the Dallas Stars, but we got Mount Rushmore between the pipes. I don't think he's going to allow even 1 goal here in the 3rd period. He's a monster. Can we get an empty netter? There it is, Justin Falk, the veteran, looking for his 3rd Stanley Cup. All right, so we take game number 1, 4-1. Let's quickly have a look at our season series here. I don't remember having any super memorable games against the Dallas Stars, but let's have a look. It looks like we only played them twice. We beat them 6-2 in November, which was a pretty big ass kicking, and then all the way a couple months later, we lost 4-3 in overtime. So a 1-1 season matchup, nothing too crazy, but we beat them in game number 1. That's all that matters. 3 more wins, and we are going to be well on our way to the Western Conference semifinals. Let's go here. period number 1 in front of your home fans, and Austin Matthews, first line center. There he is. All right, I need a back end goal. I need a Bowen Byram goal. I need a goal from the back end. Let's go, second period. Ooh, yikes. Tanner Pearson and Mark Jankowski. You hate to see it. 3 goals on 16 shots. We're out shooting them an insane amount, but unfortunately, looks like we're just running into a hot goalie here. Matt Murray's probably going to steal this one for him. We get shut out 3-0. That's a huge bounce back game for them. I was really not expecting to have close to 40 shots and not a single goal. Game number 3, flying all the way to Texas. The travel's a little bit brutal between Saskatchewan and Dallas, but let's go period number 1 in enemy territory. It's 1-1. Adam Boquist, there's the goal from the back end. Tanner Pearson once again. All right, period number 2. Let's win the second. All right, how about let's win the third? We're out shooting them by almost 10. There it is. Out shooting them like crazy. And Anthony Sorelli, baby. Some people in the comments wanted me to get rid of him, but I stuck with him. My man been here since pretty much the very start. Our first big trade. Hiroyuki says, "What's up, Matt Murray? You're not shutting us out tonight," making it 3-1. We've outshot them in every single game, and that continues here, 43-27. And just like that, we have ourselves a 2-1 lead. Aside from game number 2, Russ Elmore's only allowed 2 goals in the 2 wins that we've had, so let's keep it up, boys. Let's get some run support for our goalie, and he's going to do the rest. We can take a big old stranglehold here, and it's 1-1. Jake DeBoer from center ice, what's up? Tanner Pearson is eating Russ Elmore alive. Oh my god, that's his 4th of the series, I'm pretty sure. Jake DeBoer gets his 2nd from center ice. You love to see it. Period number 2. Let's win the next 20, and it's all tied up. Hiroyuki and Michael Dalgol. Oh man, the return of Michael Dalgol. We got his career started, and now he's scoring goals against us. Again, we're out shooting him like crazy as per usual. This one's going to be a tight one, and Sujimoto, there you go, baby. First liner coming through huge. That's a big one, making it 3-2. Russ Elmore, do the rest, buddy. Do the rest. They don't get a ton of shots, but we get a ton of shots, closing in on 40. There it is, Sujimoto with the GWG, and we now have a 3-1 series lead. No injuries to report. We are cruising right along. Let's go ahead and put these guys out of their misery. It's a short and sweet series here. 3-1. Let's quickly end this one in front of our home fans. Period number 1, and it's a 1-1 game going into the second. Cole Perfetti and Clayton Keller. I haven't seen anything from Tyler Seguin or Jamie Benn. Hopefully that's not the classic xTech jinx. Here we go, period number 2. All right, still 1-1. Again, we're out shooting them because of course we are. Closing in on 30 shots. Come on, boys, we need one. We need one. Give me an Adam Boquist goal. Give me a Chubby goal. I haven't seen Chubbs here. Aguchi, how are ya? Relying on our first line, as per usual. Again, another game with over 40 shots. And the Dallas Stars, is that going to be it? Hiroyuki, another first liner, 3-1. That is all she wrote, baby. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for trying. Honestly, Dallas, you put up a decent effort. Thanks, but yeah, wasn't really too challenging. You know, Russ Elmore only allowed 8 goals in 5 games. That's pretty damn impressive. Round number 2, we have the Minnesota Wild. All right, now we know the Minnesota Wild have a very, very good player they got in free agency. That is Kulemin. He was the guy that was originally drafted by Montreal in the Chubby draft, and then he ended up leaving the Habs, which obviously sucked for them, and he goes to Montreal. Now there he is, Kulemin, playing second line minutes. Hello. Okay. However, they have, oh god, they're stacked. Caden Strite, who was a 4th overall pick. Hey, look at his shooting category. Oh my god. This guy's a freak. He's a sniper. And then they have Colin White, Ottawa Senators GM mode legend, with Alex Tuck. So Alex Tuck actually goes back to his original team, which is kind of funny because they lost him in the expansion draft to Vegas. So I guess he maybe signed in free agency or he was traded, but very cool. I'd love to see that. Kulemin with Ryan Donato Donato and Gary Darling. All right, he is a first rounder. He's 22 years old. His puck skills are nasty. He's got dangles for days. However, everything else kind of really isn't there. Watch out for him, though. Jaden Schwartz, 34 years old. Joel Eriksson Ek and Andre Burakovsky. Kasperi Kapanen, Jason Zucker, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce that guy's last name. They got, ooh, God, their defense. It's kind of like the exact same thing with Dallas. They have two really good top two players, and then the rest kind of aren't that great. Evan Knuble, Philip Broberg, Josh Mahura, and then Adam Ginning. So this guy is nasty, actually. He was a third rounder, defensive defenseman. So he's kind of like our Bowen Byram, maybe. Looking pretty good. And then obviously Matt Dumba, still an absolute monster. Between the pipes, they have Devin Dubnyk and Sergei Bobrovsky. Do they have any injuries? Okay, so Roop Hintz is one of the injured players, ex-Dallas Star. He's a centerman or a winger? What is he? He's a centerman, so I guess he probably plays there, and then some things get moved around. I assume Joel Eriksson Ek played the entire year. Yeah, what about this guy? Oh, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. He also played the entire year, so I don't know how they deal with it. Maybe Jason Zucker or Kasperi Kapanen is a scratch once Roop Hintz comes back, but I guess that's the way it's going. Looks like Mr. Hintz there pulled his groin, so he's going to be out May 6th. So we'll see how that lines up with our schedule here with the Minnesota Wild. So it looks like he's going to be done for at least the first 3 games. It's not like he's a game breaker or anything, but if this game goes to 7, we might see Mr. Roop Hintz back in the mix. So let's go ahead and have a look at our season matchup between the Minnesota Wild. I think I remember playing them a little bit more than the Dallas Stars. So you can see right away, February 4th, we beat them 6-3. So chalk it up 1-0 for your Saskatchewan Stags. And maybe we didn't play them a whole lot. Maybe I'm just imagining it. Here's another win, 4-1, and that's it. So I guess we'll only play them twice. Pretty much exact same thing as the Dallas Stars. A 2-0 series lead for your Saskatchewan Stags. We got rid of the Stars in 5 games. Here we go in game number 1, round number 2. Let's get this thing started. First period, 0-0. So I think this team's going to put up a lot of goals. We need to either play exceptional defense or match them goal for goal, because this one could be wild. I feel like they have a lot of, hey, no pun intended, this one could be wild. This one could be a little bit crazy because their offensive weapons are nasty. But let's go period number 2. And there it is, Ryan Donato, second line center. He gets him on the board. For the first time in the postseason, we aren't out shooting our opponent, Matt Dumba. All right, he makes it 2-0. You hate to see that. Hate to see it. You're not going to get any run support for your goalie here. Oh, man. Well over 30 saves on the night, and we can't find the back of the net. Yikes. They have an 81 overall goalie or whatever it is. Come on. We can beat these guys. They're no better than the Dallas Stars. All right, so I've seen nothing from Kyle Connor. I've seen nothing from Chubbs. I've seen 1 goal from Perfetti. Let's go here. Jake DeBoer, get that line going. Period. Number 1, and it's 2-1. All right, lots of goals. Strike gets 2, and Franzen, there you go. So we're being outshot. This is the team that's going to test us, that's for sure. Let's tie this one up going into the 3rd. Come on, boys. Oh, we do the exact opposite. Kuhlman. Oh, my God. All right, Minnesota, they're doing something that's working, because we can't seem to find the back of the net at all. Franzen's got the 1 goal. We're being outshot like crazy. All right, we need to make a line change here. Something's got to give. I need to get Chubby going. I need something to happen here, because going down 2-0 early is not ideal, especially to this team. They don't really seem to have a weakness. I mean, their goaltending might be a weakness. I say their goaltending is their biggest weakness, but they've only allowed 1 goal in 2 games. And it's not like we've allowed a ton either. We just haven't been scoring a ton. So I think I'm going to reunite Kyle Connor and Chubbs. Chubbs hasn't done anything in the postseason. I believe Kyle Connor only has the 1 goal. So maybe Jake DeBoer will get this line going a little bit. Norm Clarkson was a beast in the postseason last year. I really need him to step up here. He's got 1 assist in 7 games. Defensively, should I move Bowen Byram back up there? You there? Goalies, I don't see a reason to change out Russ Delmore. He's been playing awesome. Let's just see if maybe that subtle little line change there helped out. But now we're going to Minnesota. We dropped both games in our home barn. This is the time where we need to score 3 or 4 goals right away. We need to just light it up in the first period. Let this team know that we are not to be messed with. Come on, boys. You can do this here. Let's win the first. Let's try it. Okay, we did the exact opposite of what I said. I'm never making a pregame speech ever again. Joel Eriksson Ek, Jaden Schwartz, and Colin White. All right, we're out shooting them, but 3 goals on 11 shots. All right, so period number 2, 4-0. Jaden Schwartz gets his second of the night. We're going to need a miracle here. We are going to need a miracle. Yikes. This is a huge yikes. The definition of yikes. I mean, 40 shots. Who is their goalie, and what the hell? Why can't we beat him? 41 shots. Come on. Another shutout for this guy? Strike gets another one. Jesus. 5-0 is the score. Where's our offense? What the hell happened? Devin Dubnyk's 81 overall. He has 2 shutouts in 3 games, and Quinn Hughes has been injured with a sore shoulder. You hate to see that. Oh my god. Alright, I'm just going to go best lines because I can't seem to make anything work out here. We need to find some sort of offense. Like, should I just go best lines? Should I try to make something work? Oh man, what a weird series here. Alright, so this is how Best Lines decided to do it. I'm going to stick with what Best Lines says. So we're spreading it out, we're putting a Gucci on the second line. Let's try it here. Now we're a team that's been pretty damn good in the reverse sweep. We've had it multiple times, especially in our first Stanley Cup run. We reverse swept the Penguins in the Stanley Cup final. So, I don't know. Let's go here, putting all our chips on the table, going balls to the wall. One shot, one opportunity. Let's take it shift by shift, stride by stride, period by period. Let's go. Period number 1. And we're down by 2. Jaden Schwartz and Polak, who is their top defenseman aside from Matt Dumba. I don't know what else to do. 3-0 Alex Tuck. We're falling apart here. We are straight up falling apart before my eyes. And I mean, it's not like I don't know. I just don't have an answer. I'm trying to think of what we did. I mean, when it comes down to it, we just didn't score any freaking goals. That was our problem. And we ran into what I thought would be there you go, a Finisenkov. He gets 1. We need 3 in the third, 3 in 15 minutes. Oh, sorry, make it 4. Jason Zucker out of nowhere. Oh my god, Knubel makes it 6-1. Bowen Byron makes it 6-2. Hiroyuki makes it 6-3. We need to pile it on here. 3 goals in 8 minutes against a guy who has 2 shutouts in his past 3 games. I don't think it's going to happen, and your Saskatchewan Stags are not going back-to-back because we get swept by the Minnesota Wild, a team that I knew on paper they looked good. If you look at their roster, I knew they looked good. However, I thought we could get by their defense, and I thought we could get by their goaltending, but those were the 2 things that won them the series. Their defense, aside from their, top 2, Knubel's okay. The rest of it doesn't seem that great. Jason Zucker's playing defense. Okay, how'd that happen? So they have a lot of injuries, actually, but, where the hell did Devin Dubnyk come from? 40 years old, and he puts he's 8-0 in the postseason. Sorry, 8-0-2, but 3 shutouts. Wow. I'm kind of at a loss for words. I really thought we would take those guys over, but you know what? Good luck to the Minnesota Wild. They swept us, and they made us look bad. If they can do that, they deserve to win a Stanley Cup. So they knock off the defending Stanley Cup champions. You could see Alex Tuck versus former team, the Vegas Golden Knights, in the West Final, and then it doesn't look like there's anyone super special going out in the Eastern Conference. No Nika Solani, there's no Oscar Gormley. He gets bounced in the first round. So we get bounced in the second round. That sucks. That sucks big time. It was kind of weird because players that are traditionally really good playoff players really didn't show up. Like, where's Chubbs? He had 2 apples in 9 games. The big kid from Edmonton did nothing. Kyle Connor had 1 goal. Like, what is going on? Quinn Hughes didn't do a damn thing. Yikes. That is a huge yikes. That's the storyline of this entire series is yikes. Gucci, 3 points in 9 games. I just don't get it. I don't know. Sorry, I was having a recording issue there. I had to cut the video, but the New York Islanders end up winning the Stanley Cup, and we have the 4th overall selection. Thank you very much, Arizona. So Boston, Pittsburgh, Anaheim, and Saskatchewan. All right, so let's go ahead and have a look at the New York Islanders Stanley Cup win. They won the Cup the first time since what? Since 1980 something? I don't know. When was the last time the Islanders won the Cup? 1982, 1983. So 10 years before I was born, the New York Islanders won their 4th Cup, their 4th straight Stanley Cup, which is kind of crazy. So they ended up meeting the Minnesota Wild in the Stanley Cup final. What a weird Stanley Cup final that was. The Islanders versus the Wild, and they beat them in 6 games. So congrats to the New York Islanders. That's huge. And for the first year in I don't know how long, the Cup is no longer in Canada. It was bouncing between Calgary, Vancouver, Saskatchewan, Winnipeg. The Stanley Cup is now back in the US of A. Alright, so the Art Ross goes to Nika Solani, and the Hart goes to Oscar Gormley, aka the best golfer in the entire NHL. The Norris goes to Adam Boqvist for the 2nd straight year in a row, his 3rd Norris total. Nichols, he wins the Lady Byng. Robbins, alright, so the 2nd overall pick wins the Calder Trophy. Ilya Samsonov wins the Conn Smythe and the Vezina. John Gibson wins the William M. Jennings. Jacana wins the Bill Masterton. Nico Hischier wins the Frank J. Selke. Ted Lindsay goes to Mr. Tiger Woods himself. And Rocket Richard goes to Tiger Woods as well. Alright, so we have the 4th overall selection. Now, if I remember correctly, there was a defenseman that I really liked, and he's actually going number 3. Ooh, okay, I like Voracek, so I think we should trade up to number 3. I really wanted Voracek. I have really no interest in any of these wingers. Voracek was kind of my guy. I really wanted Philip Voracek. He could be a beast for us. Only 17, so he's going to be a couple years away. Who knows? He could be like 80 overall. This guy could be a freak. I'm really interested in Voracek, though, because we have a lot of offensive prospects. We don't really have any defensive guys coming up, so I think we should try and trade up to number 3. I believe it's the Anaheim Ducks that have the 3rd overall selection, and we should think about maybe going up to pick him, or maybe they pass on the defenseman, because sometimes that happens, and we could test our luck. So what do we do? Coming up to this year, we have, I thought we were going to go on another Stanley Cup run, obviously. All right, so looking at the upcoming re-sign stage, it's going to be a tough one. We have $49 million to work with, which is great. However, Hiroyuki is going to want 14.8. Okay, Bowen Byram's going to want 8. Okay, 7 million's not bad. Kyle Connor, is he going to come back? I don't know. You guys can let me know. 5.6, not terrible. Justin Falk, he's 35 years old. Is it time we say goodbye to Justin Falk? He only wants a 1-year deal, which I like. Chubbs, what does he want? Finally, he's going to cash in. You know what? A 5-year deal at 5.1 is pretty respectable. However, I'm going to need more than 2 points in the postseason. But I think I'm going to give Chubbs a mulligan because in the playoffs that he was there for us, he stepped up big time. 16 goals, 12, 13. He was an absolute monster and a huge reason why we won a couple Stanley Cups. So, those are the main guys. Afinasenkov, Clarkson, these guys are easy. Mahalik's down to an 80. Whoa, buddy. Is he not happy? He doesn't really seem to be that happy. I wonder why. So what does he want? He's not happy and he still wants $5 million. Okay, that sucks. I thought he's my guy, 49 overall. All he's really used to is winning Stanley Cups. In his rookie year, he won the Cup, and maybe he's a little bit disappointed in himself that he didn't win it this year, but hopefully that 80 overall will jump back up to the 85 he was at. Goalies, we don't have to re-sign anyone, which is good, but we have a good chunk of change we have to shell out, and I'm not so sure we're going to be able to keep everyone, or if we should keep everyone, because because obviously we have a guy named Jake DeScore who's definitely going to want top 6 minutes for next year. We got to figure that out. We got a lot to do in the comments, so what I want you guys to do is simply write down the lines. First line, second line, third line, fourth line, all defensive pairings. Obviously the goalies are probably going to stay the same because Malcolm Subban played pretty damn well. I don't know, is this Kyle Connor's last year? It's going to be up to you guys. Thanks for watching. Sorry I couldn't bring another Stanley Cup. We're going to be back here next year, and then I don't know if we're going to maybe have to use the R word. I know the rebuild word is kind of scary. We have a lot of players we got to pay. I don't know if we're going to keep up this super team for much longer, but thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.